Winter storms drive the Salish Sea into boardwalks and over roadways on an annual basis, relentlessly pounding man-made structures along Pacific coastal communities like the town of Qualicum Beach.
In current conditions right now, we can overtop this roadway and spill seaweed and driftwood and everything onto the highway and shut it down.
The town is focusing its attention on how to adapt to climate change and the impact it will have along a curving expanse of shoreline that delineates its eastern boundary, but at the same time preserves and enhances the seaside features everyone loves.
The Town of Qualicum Beach is beginning a Waterfront Master Plan. The Waterfront Master Plan is a comprehensive exercise to shape the future of the town's waterfront. It's changed a whole lot over the last 100 years, and the question is, how we'll address some of the real pressing challenges of our time: sea level rise, environmental degradation, a need to enhance the waterfront for residents and stakeholders, tourists.
For me, the genesis of this whole project was the government coming forward in about 2011 with new guidelines for sea level rise. And they basically said you should anticipate about a meter of sea level rise in the next 100 years. And I think everybody's reaction to that was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. And our reaction was a little bit different. Luke and I said, okay, that's very interesting. What should we do about this? So we went back to the province and said, we accept your recommendations. How about you give us some money and we'll study it?
The town received a $150,000 grant from the province.
We had to do the science first. We had to go about this in the right way. So we took a step back, hired a consultant to do the scientific analysis. So now we know what we have to work with, and we'll make decisions based on those facts. It has to be a staged response, so we can't pretend to know all the answers right now. As we know, it could be 1 meter, could be 5 meters. So we have to build a plan for the next 50, 100 years that allows for decisions and updates along the way.
Engineers know the current approach to defending the foreshore, vertical cement walls, isn't the answer. They are trying different methods to help nature recreate a natural beach profile.
There's a long period of time for the energy of the wind to be transferred to the water and set up big waves. So by the time they come here, we've got these packets of energy coming in the form of waves, and they eventually will come in and they'll feel the bottom, and that energy has to be dissipated somehow. So if you've got a nice long sloping beach profile here, that wave can steepen and it can break. It will run up and it sort of pushes some of the gravels up here, and that you can see the beach rock accumulating. So we have a long distance for that energy to be dissipated. You have to try and cover the exposure of that wall with a beach profile in front of it. That means that you have to get material there somehow. Now we can either import that material and place it, or try and put some things out here to try and get natural deposition of materials to reestablish a beach profile. And that's what we've done with the headlands in front of the Brant viewing area.
The Waterfront Master Plan isn't just about a rising tide line. It's also about the future sustainability of a coastal community.
We need to also think about how to move people up and down the beach, how to move cars up and down the beach, cyclists, and also how to improve the opportunities for economic development, tourism, retail, recreation, and just make this a beautiful and prosperous place in the future.
Phase 1 of the report is available for public review and comment.
I think the first part is education. That's why we undertook the study that we did, and for it to be comprehensive, so anybody with any interest can really delve into it and say, you know what, I have to believe that this is what our future looks like and what we have to face.
The goal is to have everyone at the table: federal and provincial government agencies, businesses, private property owners, and the township working together to develop strategies for a sustainable waterfront that is resilient to climate change impacts. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Annette Lucas.